Hello, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Yeah, it is Thursday. Heading into a long weekend. We have Easter weekend coming in. So welcome. Hippity hop, hippity hop. Here comes Peter Rabbit. Here comes the little bunny hopping down the bunny lane, bringing us all those lovely, delectable Easter eggs. So thank you for everybody for coming in and joining me this morning. My name is Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and an astrologer coming to you with a 411 of the Cosmic Highway, bringing in a little bit of this and that and what's going on in the world, in the mundane world, and keeping looking chic. Yes, thank you. I'm trying. I just, I got, I went and got my hair cut yesterday. Ta-da! Just needed it to be done. I think I took a whole nother person off my head when they take when I get a haircut because there's so much hair. So you look good, very cute. Love the color. Well, the color is natural. I didn't color it. It's just natural. I think she got rid of some of the gray, clipped it all out, clipped the gray out. So it's all natural. There's no highlights or anything in my hair right now except for what God gave me at this time. I might have to go and give this a lift somehow. So what is going on? What's happening right now in the world right now? We are at and I would discuss this a little bit in our morning meditation. Thank you. Um about it being Holy Thursday. Now, Holy Thursday is celebration, and in many well, I know within the Catholic tradition that we would be going to mass today. Today would be a day of reverence, a day of understanding that it was a celebration of the Last Supper. So celebrating that time that you had with a very good friend who you knew was going to pass away. He was going to not pass away, he was going to get killed the next day. So it was a gathering of coming together. It was a gathering of also the Passover, and what the Passover was, when people took, a young lamb and they quickly slaughtered the lamb and cooked it up and ate everything in haste, and took whatever blood and they put it over the archway of the homes. So when God passed over, he took all, if he didn't see that, then he would have taken your firstborn, would have been killed. Um some of the old pat it was just like very very graphic. um when you read a lot of stories in the Bible, and you're just like, yeah, pretty graphic. But anyways, it is a time of coming together and sharing with one another and with family. And the funny thing with funny I of course they plan everything. Today's the 14th day, and it is on the 14th day that Passover came, and the whole bit with that. So we do have that um energy that's coming through, that energy of gathering together. Now, a couple things that I was looking at for today, and some of the energies is, when you have, I'm going to go back to that past because that's something to do with that Last Supper. Is that person that you had, that you were dependent upon, that you were following, that you were and it is the 14th. Yes. Exactly. It is. Oh, it's the 14th. I put the 15th on there. I don't know why. You know what? I keep on saying today. Oh, there. Thank you. Is the 15th. Weird, but I know it's the 14th. Maybe because I just want to bypass today. Um, there we go. Thanks. I know today's the 14th, but I keep writing the 15th. Weird. There you go. Changed it. So today it's this energy of integrating into the light. It is an energy of bringing in and having this um guidance coming in and allowing ourselves to come forth with this guidance of the light, and we're integrating it. And as the moon goes from Virgo into Libra, thank you, as it goes into Libra, is we're seeing this big emphasis, emphasizing, how we can take action. This is about taking action, doing the things that we need to be doing. It is like that, the preparation. What is the preparation work that you're doing? We are in huge prep time. This is where, we're coming into, I'm going to call it survival mode. We're going to be coming in to when with the sun's power. And of course, we got Eris, the goddess of discord, coming forth, is conflict. It is where when you are stepping into your light, when know that you have to be doing something, you're going to get discord. You're going to get people that don't want you to do it. They don't want you to stand in that light, or they don't want you to follow through in what you want to follow through. And in many stories, especially, biblical or in other old text, there is a hard time somebody has to go through, a transitioning time that we have to go through until we can come through into the Renaissance, come through into that glory of manifestation and that beauty of where we want to go. But it is staying within that light and trusting in what is coming through and the manifestations that are being revealed to us at this time. And as Mars is, the next thing. Like, I mean, it's it's not that we go through, it's not that we are getting like little, everything's hunky, like, but it's like, it's one big transition after another big transition after another big transition, right? And tonight, Mars goes into Pisces. And with Mars going into Pisces, I mean, that is a big emphasis here on, we've been getting the epiphanies, we've been getting the actions of what we need to be doing. And now we are having to go into the flow and the creativity and the mastery of the divine. And coming through that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, which has only been about 36 hours, the relationships, the projects that start to see where we need to go and how we are needing to thrive, especially as next week with the sun going into Taurus. It is not to be deprived of something. The higher expression of Taurus is not just to survive, but to thrive. How are we going to thrive through the onslaught of energies and craziness that's going to be coming in? I don't know if it was announced yet. I think it's going to be announced soon that where is it? Canada just sent troops to Poland. Peace troops, though. Peace troops. That's what they're calling them. They're calling them peace troops. So I think 1,000 young men have gone to Poland right now. So that is that's interesting in itself. So we have this onslaught of craziness that is starting to really ramp up, and more is starting to really ramp up in the world around us. And we're called to stay in our light. We're called to stay into that power, into that glory of the light of God and the divineness, and have faith in the transitioning that we are going to be going through as we are coming into a conflict and going and stepping into a lot more conflict as the days and weeks and months go by. We're going to start feeling more of that conflict feeling more of that strife. And we've already started like 2 years ago. We've already started with a lot um, of the tyranny, of the restrictions, of you know of the I keep on getting the word onslaught, and I think that's because it's Holy Thursday and the onslaught of the wrath of God coming through, and that's where the preparation comes in. Like the Jews had to prepare. God came in and He said, "I'm going to kill all the firstborn children," and I'm just this is like you're sitting there in your farm, in your community, and here comes in this person that says we need to prepare. We need to prepare within the next 14 days. On the 14th day, God is going to come in and He's going to bring His wrath onto the world. And that was to their world. They didn't know about North America. They had no idea about other parts of the world at that time. Their world was that area, Israel and Egypt. That was their area. So think about it. Like, just think about that time of somebody. There was no other communications. They didn't have Wi-Fi or internet service. They had a prophet, or they had their leader that was saying, you need to make haste. You need to make haste. This is a time of making haste. This is a time of preparation. Are you preparing within what you are wanting to do? And this is where I feel like this energy is coming in and saying, are you preparing? Because the onslaught is coming in. And this onslaught of getting us to this awareness of saying, what are the things that we need to do to stand in our power and in our light and do this? What do we need to do? And I feel like, and I just just hang on here. I feel like, you know, like saying, like, please help me accept, the will for me, even if it's not what I have planned for myself. And like a lot that's coming in is like accepting what is happening, even though it's not exactly what you thought it would be, or you thought that plan would be. It is accepting the discord that's coming in, or that's happening around us within our own lives, and coming into a place where what we need to evolve to, and especially with Taurus, is not so much of survival, but coming into a place where we can stand in our light and thrive. Stand in our light. It's not so much of pushing against the bull. It is about us harnessing the energy of the bull and allowing that energy to bring us through to fertilize our crops and everything. There's a reason why the new year starts with the sun in Aries. It's exalted. The light is starting to come in. And as the light is starting to come in, it is having us to look into the Taurian energy. And the Taurian energy is here's the earth, here's the fertile land. Are you creating that fertility within your life? Are you creating what it is that you are wanting to integrate within the harmony of your relationships, within your core soul, and finding that it's like you're going to a carnival, and you're wanting to go on that ride, and making sure you have the tickets to go on that ride, making sure that you have prepared to go on to it, that you can be seated on the carousel or be seated on that ride, because there's only so much around. So this is where it's like paying, not being left out, but paying attention to what you need to pay attention to around you. Right. And it's just like, Manitoba has, especially, they're getting crazy amounts of snow there, and it's preparing. And it's like, how many people were like going to the grocery store to make sure that there is enough food, in their homes. But if you've already prepared, then you're not going into the onslaught of the craziness. You already have enough at home to get you through this time. And that's where this energy is. It is getting us to come through so that you can gather, you can gather. Now going back to, like, this was the night of the Last Supper, because it was Passover. But it was also the night of the Last Supper, of where you were gathering with your best friend, the person who's been leading with you, and you knew it would be the last time you actually sat and ate with him. And sitting and eating with him and breaking bread and drinking wine was a symbol. But many, like, for him it was like, this is my body, this is my bread, this is I'm wanting to share this with you so that you can have more. I want to do this for you so you can have more. And maybe at that time, of course, you don't understand it till as things go along, and then you start to see, yeah, I do want to have that light. I do want to have more. I do want to stand in that power. And it's there for us, and it's being shown to us at this time for us to stand into that everlasting light, because it is now in that creating of saying we have to get out and do it. It's not in sitting around and hoping it's all going to happen. It's taking the action. It's one thing about dreaming about a garden. It's another thing, okay, I got to plant the seeds, I got to make sure I have the soil. And you may not be able, because you know you're hip waist up to fucking snow right now, but you can do the preliminary work and get out there and get those connections and talking. That's where the energy is. The energy isn't about, oh well, one day I'll start this next month, or I'll start this next week. That's not where the energy is. It's like saying, hey, this is our last supper. Tomorrow shit hits the fan. We got to get out there. We got to get going. We got to do this now. This isn't about hiding away or thinking that, ooh, I'll wait till the fall. Oh God, please don't wait till the fall. This is about a movement of moving into a energy that's going to help us to thrive and bring us to creating more through the chaos. And yes, there is a lot of chaos. Yes, there's a lot of craziness that's happening at this time, that is having us feel reluctant, or feel um like we can't do this. But even though there is a thrust in there, so if you're getting hesitation, if you're feeling the hesitation, this isn't a time to hesitate. This is a time to move past that hesitation and go out and do it. That's that's where it is. It's this may be, there's a lot of heaviness that's here. I'm just reading some of my notes right now. um the deeper question here is, what am I supposed to be learning from all this? The higher expression of Taurus is not just to survive, but it is to thrive. And we thrive through loving ourselves, which requires forgiving ourselves and sometimes letting go of the heavy weight of the past. This may include letting go of relationships, heavy relationships that have been holding us down. It may involve forgiving another and allowing them to move on. And we let go of the weight, the past, the patterns, and the conditions that are no longer us. So we fly like the airplanes in this full moon Sabian symbol. And the Sabian symbol that we're moving into, especially with this full moon, is an airplane sails high in the sky. And ultimately, all of this conflict and discord can show us our shadow, the heavy stuff, which helps us become more aware and grow and evolve, as long as we don't get stuck in it. So feel, learn, and move on. And this is allowing ourselves to navigate and not allow the craziness to come through. It's not to freeze us and stop us from doing things. and even starting off small and simple and moving from there. And Mars is at the end of Aquarius, along with old Saturn, of course, but what wants to raise the bar and raise the bar and raise the bar even higher. So today and tomorrow, the moon in Virgo wants to work out, buff up, and make the grades. And tastily, the sun in Aries squaring Pluto in Capricorn wants to win the gold medal. So that square that's going to be happening and that's coming in is really getting us to look into our deeper transformations that we want to make in life. So if you want to start and be a tarot reader, what are you doing to step out to do it? Are you going to a market? Are you letting people know? Are you doing mini readings in and around your community or with your friends and family and then stepping out? This is where this energy is, right? Because there's that gold medal. So there's a lot of competition, desire, and challenge that can lead to conflict, but can also lead to everyone involved becoming better pole vaulters. It's raising that bar of where you want to go and what you want to do. So it's raising that bar. So one of the things for me is learning more about the farming and learning about more of the hydroponics. Starting off very small, but there's going to be competition out there, but I'm going to slowly build from there. I'm going to slowly do what I need to do and raise my bar to create that what I want to do. And where I saw that, somebody was saying that garlic has to be planted in the fall. I don't know. My garlics just that I just put in the soil is they're sprouting out very nicely. So we'll see how that comes. And the sweet potato that I put in water is getting a little it's starting to get some hair down there. Some roots. So this is where it is. It's like, you gotta put your stake out there and start doing it. And with that Pluto squaring from Capricorn, who's calling each and every one of us to stand tall in the integrity and honesty with playing fair through being tempted to us all means possible to get our way. So this is, um, who cares? It's working for you. I know exactly. It's working. It's doing its thing. This is where if you feel because we're finding out about the water. So maybe you have an idea for a water filtration, right? Or something to do with filtering your water. Year Not that long ago, a couple years ago, when I went to market, they had um you could buy a water bottle and it had all the crystals in it, the shungite and all of these crystals in there, and it would filter your water, right? And somebody started that out, something very simple like that, but they were charging what, 50 to $80 for a water bottle that had crystals in it, very cheap, weren't expensive crystals, very, you know. So this is where it's like somebody may have already started something, but that doesn't mean you can't start it on your own. Somebody might be reading the tarot cards, doesn't mean you can't read the tarot cards. Do you see what I mean? Don't let what other people are doing hinder you from doing what you want to do. It's like going to the fair, getting your ticket, and everybody's rushing to get on the carousel. But you got your ticket, you're doing your thing. You know you're going to get in there. You know you got your seat. You've already got it picked out. You're putting your energy towards it, and that's what you got to stick on. That's where that light is. That's where that transformation and change is coming in amongst the craziness. Now, when you start hearing mainstream media say exactly what I'm saying, I would start waking up a little bit more. I would start paying more attention because now they're trying to wake up the masses and say to the masses things that I've been saying, for a long time. And now they're starting to, tell more people about it. So it's awakening time. It is a time of saying, okay, let them awaken. I'm still doing my thing. I'm still doing what I know to be right for me. Maybe it's like, you know what? It's time to write my book. start writing your book. Maybe it's starting to promote your workshop or your classes or your business, for whatever it is. But you're putting that energy into it. This is my light, and this is my world, and this is what I'm working on, and going towards it. Heavy weekend. I'm not gonna lie, we're heading into some real heavy energies that are coming in amongst all the light. But of course, when you are standing in light, you're gonna get the soul suckers coming out and trying to stop you. Right? You're gonna get the energies that'll come in, and that'll try and zap you from not doing what you want to do. So be aware of that. Understand that there's a lot of negative, evil people out there in the world right now who do want to do harm upon others, who do want to do discord. So be aware of that. This isn't that you walk along with your head and like la 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 la. This is like, okay, you know what? I am stepping into my light, but I'm stepping in my light with my guard. I'm stepping in my light with my shield and my sword. I'm stepping into my light and knowing, think of Archangel Michael. He steps in. He has his sword. He has his chalice, and he's prepared. He's prepared. He's ready. He's going in. He's ready. He's going into action. He's going into what he needs to do. So remember that. We have to be prepared. This isn't for us just to go into la la land. This is preparation. This is standing, because as we stand in the light and we stand and we're bringing in more of that light, and God is saying, and Jesus is coming in and saying, you know what? This is a time of preparation. This is a time of getting ready, because there's huge transformation that's coming in amongst the great light. But not everybody wants the light, because the light shone once, long time ago, and they didn't like him too much, even though all he wanted to do was sit with everybody and break bread, drink wine, tell stories, and spread love. But they didn't want that. Same today. They don't want that. They don't want your light. They don't want you to shine. They don't want you to be unique. They want you just to hide away, be quiet, shut up, don't talk back, don't say anything. But it's like, no, we're not going to do that. So prepare. Be your little preppers in your life. Be that shining light in your life, and allow yourself to have the glory of
unknown caller.
The glory of God to be with you. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Stand there, be that light. If you are wanting to get a reading, I've had some people who pre-bought, so they have them because I just did a reading for them, but they have 2 readings set aside for themselves, or 3 readings set aside. Fabulous time to do it. Those who've ordered the full moon readings, they will be coming out today and tomorrow. I'll be doing the full moon readings for everybody. And yeah, if you are interested in a full moon reading, let me know. They're little 5-minute to 15-minute readings that I send to you. They're $25. Or if you want to get 6 months or 3 months worth, let me know, because I think 3 months, which is 6 readings, it's $150. So and I'll tack on a free one for you. So have a blessed one, everybody, and we will talk to you tomorrow morning. And enjoy the day, enjoy the light. Blessed be everybody. Bye-bye.